Welcome to another video on Keycloak Identity and Access Management System. In this video, I am talking about how to implement a user storage SPI in Keycloak. SPI stands for Service Provider Implementation. An SPI is used to extend the capabilities of the Keycloak server. I have talked about SPIs in one of my previous videos. You can check that if you want to know more about them. User Storage SPI is used to implement custom user stores for Keycloak servers. In this video, I am going to show you how to create a very simple user storage using a hash map and plug it into the Keycloak server. The main purpose of this video is also to give you an idea about how to implement a user storage SPI and plug it with Keycloak server. Once you gathered enough knowledge from this video, you can implement your own custom user storage based on your requirements. Let's learn what are the steps we need to go through in order to implement this external user storage. First, we need to implement the hash map user storage. This storage consists of a Java hash map containing multiple user objects. After that, we need to implement user storage provider class and then user storage provider factory class. Once the classes are created, we need to create the Java file and deploy it into the Keycloak server. Once deployment is done, we can test our setup. I have already developed the code and let me take you through that. You can get and inspect the complete working example from GitHub. Here I will briefly explain the code. This is obviously a Java application because Keycloak is also written using Java. Therefore, service provider implementation also should be compatible with the same programming language. I am using Java version 8 and Gradle is used to build this project. First of all, I will take you through the Gradle file. This is the build.gradle file. Here you can see I have added only one dependency to this project. It is Keycloak Server SPI dependency. This dependency provides all the required classes for the development of our user storage SPI. You can see here the version is 13. It is because the version of my Keycloak server is also 13. You need to keep in mind that you need to get the correct dependency version as it is compatible with the Keycloak server version. Next, I'll move to the user class. This is a class containing two properties as username and password. I have set one public constructor, getters and setters for the two properties. Let's move to the hash map user store class. This is also a simple class like the user class. Here you can see I have declared a hash map with the name hash map storage. Type of the key is string and type of the value is user class. Also, I have implemented getUser method in order to fetch the user object by providing the username. Here I have included two users to the hash map. Let's visit to the hash map storage provider class. This class contains lots of code components. I'll try to explain this as simple as possible. You can see this class implements three interfaces: user storage provider, user lookup provider and credential input validator. Before going through the code, I'll explain why we need these interfaces. By implementing the user storage provider interface, this class represents a user storage provider to Keycloak. This interface has some default methods, but we are not interested in them in this video. User lookup provider is used to find users in the custom user store. Credential input validator is used to validate credentials. Let's go through the methods provided by the user lookup provider interface. GetUser by ID and getUser by username methods are used to get the user model. If a user exists for the given ID or name, user model corresponding to that user will be directly returned without doing a credential validation. GetUser by email method returns a null value since user lookup by email is not implemented. Those three are the methods provided by user lookup provider interface. Their task is only getting the user object and they do not execute a credential validation. The remaining three methods are provided by the credential input validator interface. Support credential type method is used to return the supporting credential types. In this case, we support only the password type. IsConfigured4 method is used to check whether a password is configured for this user. IsValid method does the password validation. Let's visit to the HashMap storage provider factory method. HashMap storage provider class will be created by this factory class for every transaction. Here I have implemented two methods as create and getID. Create method get executed with every transaction and it will return a HashMap storage provider object. GetID method returns a string and it is the ID of this user storage provider. This value is displayed in User Federation section of the admin console. These are the four classes I have created. I need to compile these four classes and put them into jar file. In addition to these four class files, I need to add another file for Keycloak to identify this storage provider. Here you can see that particular file. Name of that file should be org.keycloak.storage.userstorage-provider-factory. Inside that class, we need to provide the full name of the HashMap storage provider factory. Also, you need to keep in mind, I have put this special file to a folder named services and services folder is in meta-inf folder. Once the Gradle build is successful, meta-inf folder will be copied to the jar file as well. Those are the files used in this project. Now I am going to build the project. I call gradle build. Now you can see jar file is generated in the build folder. Now I copy this file to the Keycloak server. The destination path should be standalone deployments folder of the Keycloak server. Now I copy this. Copying is done. I don't need to restart the server since this jar file is automatically deployed. Now I go to the admin console of the Keycloak server. I visit the User Federation page. I click Add Provider drop-down. Here you can see the newly created HashMap user store is available. Now I select it. I click Save button. You can see there are more options here, but I am not interested in them for this video. I need to do one more thing before testing this new user store. All the users reside in this new HashMap user store do not have a role to see the admin console. Therefore, I need to provide them a default role to see the admin console. I go to the roles page and set the admin realm role as default role. Now all the users coming from the HashMap user store will have admin role. Now I log out and try to log in from my user in the HashMap user store. Here I set the username as Kevin, provide the password as Kevin@123. Now I click sign in button. You can see I successfully logged into the admin console. At the top right you can see the username is Kevin. Like this we can sign in from any user who resides in HashMap user storage. So this is the end of this video. I have put my code into GitHub. You can clone it and try for yourself. Also you can find the generated jar file also in GitHub. Therefore you can try this example by directly putting the generated jar file into your Keycloak server. If you have any question on this video, please put them in the comment area. I will do my best to answer them. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.